Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. I'm Courtney and I'm a digital content creator here online, and I'm also the founder of Castle Media, which is a media company based here in New Jersey, offering video editing, filming services, and content curation services for entrepreneurs, business owners, and content creators themselves. You know, shameless plug. So let's just know a few things before we dive into the video. One, I am not a tech guru, so please do not drag me if I do have something incorrect, because sometimes my brain moves faster than my lips. You know, just kindly correct me. You know, this is a safe zone, for real. And then also, if reading is more of your lane, you can head over to the blog down below. Here's the link right here, and then check the description box for the full link, and check the pinned comment. It'll be there. I made sure to give you guys both mediums because, you know, sometimes you want to read, sometimes you just want to listen, sometimes you want to watch and get the tea. So let's dive into the video. Today I want to talk about the very first lens that I bought for my Sony camera. Yes, my very first lens. If you don't know, the first camera that I owned was actually the A5100 back in 2016. And yes, the A5100 that everybody and their mama had. I love the A5100, and at the time it did everything that I needed it to. But last year I decided I was going to upgrade my camera, and I knew I wanted to upgrade my entire kit. So my sister was in the market for a new camera, and in my head I was like, okay, this is the green light to go. What better excuse now to buy a new camera? So I gave her my 5100 and I went and got the Sony A6400. I knew that I wanted to step up the audio quality and the video quality as well. Up until that point, I had only owned the kit lens that came with my 5100, and I carried it over to my 6400. I didn't really know much about lenses at the time, and I didn't know the importance of having a good quality lens. So I did some research and I looked around online and watched 5011 videos, and the lens I came across was the, drum roll please, the Sigma 16mm lens. So this is the Sigma 16mm F1.4 lens from their contemporary line. So before I even made this purchase, let's just talk about what I was looking for in a lens for myself and what I was looking to do with it. So I wrote my notes on my phone, so if you see me looking down, that's why. What I was looking for was great depth of field, sharp image quality. I also wanted a lens that was not going to break the bank, so for me, $600 or less. Something that was also not super heavy and that I could use for different kinds of videos like vlogging, Instagram stories, IGTV, YouTube videos, and more. I knew that down the line I was going to invest in another lens, but I just need to have that starter lens for myself. So I bought this lens July 5th, 2019, yes. I was hoping to take it with me on my Cuba trip. Unfortunately, the lens literally arrived the day that I left for Cuba. So I bought it from Best Buy for $3.99, and that was before taxes. And I added the Geek Squad plan as well, which I totally recommend for anything if you're gonna buy it from Best Buy. Normally before taxes, the lens is listed for $450 US. So the next question is, was I satisfied with the lens? And yes, like, thank you God, you're a real one. It's true what they say when it's not always necessarily about the body of the camera, but about the lens that you put on it. Because when you do that, you just have a great combo. The quality is chef's kiss, and you're just like, wow, this is amazing. I actually was able to use the lens for our trip to Europe that we took back in December. You can click the info card right here to check those out, and I used it for all the vlogs, all the IGTV videos, stories, all that kind of thing, and it was amazing. Like, I even had a few people DM me on my stories because prior to leaving I knew that this was the setup I was going to use, so I did practice like just in my day-to-day, and like a few times for like different events. And I would post it to my Instagram stories. I had people DM me like, what lens are you using? Like the quality is crisp. And then I told them, because someone was like, oh, is this my phone? And I was like, oh no, it was actually my camera. And I, you know, just sent the files to my phone and then just posted on my stories. So okay, so let's talk about a few things that you should consider before purchasing this lens if you're thinking about it. And I literally have a list. So the first thing to know that it is a prime lens, which means that you can't zoom in and zoom out. It does have the fixed focal length. It's great if you're going to be recording in like smaller spaces, such as like your living room, your bedroom, your office. Like if you don't have that much wiggle room and you just want to like do like sit down videos like this, I definitely recommend it. I used it back in December to shoot a behind the scenes video, and the space was like really small and tight, and there was 2 cameras and then there was me, so it worked out. The only downside to that could be that if you do need to get like up close shots, you'll have to pick up the camera and like move it closer to you and just move it around to fit your needs, or you can just scale up the footage while you're editing it just to get those up close shots. Number 2, if you do own a Sony A6400 like myself, then you know that it doesn't have IBIS, also known as in-body stabilization. So I definitely recommend that you use a tripod like the Manfrotto if you're going to be doing vlogging, things of that nature. Oh, let me put this back. You know, keeping on a tripod, or if you have a stabilizer, or if you're going handheld, just to be very steady with it, not to do too much movement, because you will notice that it has like a little wave factor. It gets a little wavy. I'll insert some footage right here. While I was shooting a behind the scenes back in December, at the end as I was recording, I whipped around the camera so fast that there was that like wave movement, and it's very noticeable. So even if you're walking and you're using a tripod, you don't have to worry about like taking like steps, or just make sure that your tripod can handle the weight of the camera plus the lens. It's not a heavy lens, but when we were in Europe, the tripod that I had at the time, it was more for a lightweight setup, so the kit lens plus the body of the camera, and worked for me when we were in Cuba. But I realized literally while we're on the trip that it would have been better for me to have the Manfrotto that can manage the weight evenly without there being like the subtle shakes. Number 3, it is compatible for the Sony E-mount cameras, and it also worked perfectly fine on my 5100. They do have it available for the Canon EF mount and also the Micro Four Thirds, if that's what you're working with. Number 4, it has an aperture of 1.4, and child, let me tell you, let me put you on game if you don't know. If you don't know what I'm talking about, aperture is referring to how much light is coming through the lens. So the smaller the aperture means more light is coming through the lens, which gives you a shallow depth of field, which gives you some bokeh, the good kind. And if you don't know what that means, it's that bomb blurry background, and that's what you're into, and it looks good, okay? Whew, that was a mouthful. All right, number 5, the autofocus paired with the 6400 is really just amazing. Like, I haven't had any problems with it, and you'll notice that it's quiet, so you won't hear the camera autofocusing like, you know, some other lenses. And number 6 is wide enough that if you're going to be vlogging, or, you know, having tons of people, or 2 people, 3 people in the frame, like, you're not going to be missing any. I didn't have any problems, and it was a breeze. Easy, breezy, beautiful. Cover girl. And somehow I almost forgot this, but number 7 is that the lens does amazing in low light. When we're out at a restaurant in Barcelona named Bar Central, on the inside, lighting is like very dim, you know, kind of intimate. And so when I was looking at my footage compared to Christina's footage, I'll insert the side by side right here, the Sigma blew the kit lens out of the water, and I was just like, wow. Even anytime we're out at night, I just paid attention and just saw how amazing it did. Like, I knew that from the reviews, but just, you know, to see it, you know, in your own footage, just like, wow, you did that. Okay, I see you do your thing, hold it down, POP. If you're in the market, I definitely recommend this lens if you're going to be using it for the purposes that I used it for. If I knew then what I know now, I definitely would have bought this for my 5100, and then as for the audio quality, because I mean, it wouldn't be that big of a hassle, I would have just attached them like this, run it through my phone to record my audio, and boom, went about my business, because it's a great lens to have. The quality is definitely there, as you can see, and you definitely get what you pay for. I want to know, what was the first lens that you purchased for your camera, whatever camera that is, or are you currently in the market shopping for one? And if you are, did you find the lens you're looking for? Are you thinking about this lens? Do you already have this lens? Let's talk about it. I also left the link to the description box. Yeah, that's what I did. I also left the link to the camera down in the description box, so be sure to head down there and check it out, not only for the link but for like other useful information. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Courtney Casanova. If you like this kind of video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and let your girl know down below. Like, let me know, hit me up and be like, Courtney, I loved it, and I'll be like, thank you. And if you're not, make sure to hit the subscribe button and also turn on the bell notification so you'll be notified so you don't miss the next upload. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out. A-Town. Yeah. Okay. Sigma, Courtney, let's go. Why am I like this? Oh my goodness, I can't.